I sometimes get emails coming into me, and I love to hear from the people who are in contact with me on my mailing list or who follow my Facebook page. I love to hear from them. But I sometimes get emails where I end up just feeling a little bit bad. And it's not that I've done anything wrong. It's not that the person who's contacted me has done anything wrong. Nothing like that has happened. It's just that there's such a big gap between like, my understanding of what is needed to train and manage a dog with a high prey drive and the understanding of the person who's contacted me. So usually what happens is I will get an email that will say, so I've got this dog and I've got this problem with him. He, pulls and lunges on the lead when there are squirrels. I can't get him to come, or I can't get him to come in from the garden because there are foxes at the bottom of our garden, or I find that my dog wants to dig up mice. They want to dig for mice, and I don't know if I should let them or should stop them. Can you tell me what to do? That's usually what it is. They give me the information about the problem they're having, and then they ask me what they should do in that circumstance. What should I do when my dog lunges at a squirrel? What should I do when my dog's digging? What should I do when I can't get my dog to come in from the garden because the foxes at the bottom of the garden are there? What should I do? And now my answer to these emails is always, I can help you. I can absolutely help you. Join my High Prey Drive club. Join the club, spend a year working with me, share videos and information with me, work through the content that will give you everything that you need to be able to resolve the problems that you're having. That's always my answer. And then sometimes people will come back and say, yeah, I'd love to join, but for whatever reason, I'm not going to. I just want a quick answer to that question. And the thing is, there isn't a quick answer to the question. That's why I say join the High Prey Drive Club. There isn't a fast answer to that question. Without getting to know, without somebody, it doesn't have to be me, you don't have to work with me, but without you working, if this is something that's in your head, without working with a dog trainer who can take the time to get to know you and your dog, when you ask that question, the answer is always, I don't know. And the reason that no dog trainer will know is because they have to know you and they have to know your dog and they have to know your circumstances well enough to be able to guide you towards what the correct answer is. It's always a problem solving exercise when it comes to any dog training, really. It's a problem solving exercise. The top trainers in the world, if you follow them on their social media, the top trainers in the world will share video after video of these like really making these tiny changes and seeing how it goes and then making another tiny little tweak. And now they are confident about the tweaks they need to make. They're confident when they do something and it's not quite right. They know what they're going to do next. And that's what, if you're not that level of dog trainer, you need to borrow the brain of somebody who is and pay them to help you work through those issues. So I recently, no, not that recently, but months ago now, I went off to see one of the trainers I work with. Now I've been working with her for I think about 3 years. I've seen her regularly. And so when I went and I asked her my question and I said, I think I'm ready to take the next step in this training and this is the next step I'm planning to take. What do you think? And she said, yeah, I think that's a good idea. And she gave me a couple of extra tips to make it more effective. But she could do that because I've been working with her for about 3 years. If I'd just popped up on her social media and said, oh yeah, I've been following you on social media for a while and I've got this, I'm here is the problem that I'm having with my dog. Can you tell me what to do? Her answer would be, well, yes, but you'll have to come and work with me, because that's how she would be able to help me, as I would go and work with her, and over the course of us doing that work together, we would be able to have enough conversations. She would be able to see my dog. She works in person, so when I go to see her, I drive a long way to see her, but that means she can get her eyes on my dog. She can talk to me, and then and she can help me progress. And then when I've got that, well, I think I'm ready for the next step. She's in a good position to know if that's the case or not. And that's what happens when I get these emails. I say, yes, absolutely, I can help you. Join my High Pre-Drive Club. And the way I get eyes on people's dogs in the club is via video, because I work with people internationally. So everybody doesn't come and see me in person. I work online, so that distance isn't a barrier. So I use video to get eyes on the dogs. But it's the same sort of process. People show me what is going on for them, and then I can give them advice. And when we've been working together for a period of time, then it's easier to target that advice. So it's not that people aren't doing anything wrong by asking the question to somebody who doesn't know an awful lot about dogs. It's just a simple question. What should I do in this circumstance? You're the dog trainer, you tell me. But to an expert, there's so much complexity in answering that question that the answer is, come and work with me and we can work on that together. That's the answer to the question. And that's the answer that I always give. And the reason I feel slightly guilty is because then people come back and say, but I just wanted a simple answer to my question. I don't want to have to spend time and money. I just want you to tell me what to do. And it should take 5 minutes because you're the expert. And I am the expert. And that's why I can say with a whole lot of confidence that it doesn't take 5 minutes. It's the same with anything complicated. I used to work in IT for a living. I was a developer for 22 years. I still kind of am. I develop my own system now. That's where I host my club, because I couldn't really find a commercial system that did everything I wanted it to do. So I made my own. But anyway, I've worked in the IT industry for 22 years. No, more than that now, since 1997, however long that is, 28 years. I've worked in the IT industry for that length of time, and the same questions would pop up in IT. People would come and say, oh, well, we've got this problem. Can you tell us what we need to do to fix it, or how long it will take to fix it? And they'd give a little bit of information, but not nearly enough. And so I or one of my colleagues would go back and say, oh, well, we need to know a whole lot more, and we'll need to work on this for a bit of time to get some clarity, and then we'll be able to give you an answer. And often people were really irritated. It was the same sort of thing. I've asked you a simple question, you're the expert, give me the answer. And the reason that we couldn't give them that answer was because it's the same thing with dog training. It was just more complicated than they realised. And because they didn't have the IT knowledge, they couldn't understand why it was more difficult. And it's the same with dog training. The two things overlap so much in that area. So if you've ever emailed me and said, oh, my dog does X, Y, and Z, and I just want to know what to do when that happens, and I've gone back to you and said, brilliant, I'd love to help you join the High Pre-Drive Club, and you've thought, she's such a money grabber. Why is she telling me to spend money when all I want is a simple answer? It will take her 5 minutes. It's because it won't take me 5 minutes. It will not take 5 minutes. Sometimes a year isn't long enough. It depends on the person, it depends on the dog, it depends on the circumstance. Sometimes a year isn't enough time. And that's why my answer to those sorts of questions is the way that it is. I feel bad because I would love it if I could spend 2 minutes writing a quick email and it would fix problems for people. But I know I would be doing them a great disservice if I did that. because I've got the expertise to understand, to fully understand what needs to happen. And that's why I suggest joining the High Pre-Drive Club. So I am sorry if you've ever emailed me and asked me one of those questions and got what seems to be a response that isn't satisfactory, but I respond the way that I do because I really do want to help you. I don't just want your money, I do want to help you. I have left to date, I have left 2 highly paid jobs because the setup, either the setup of the job or the team that I was in, or for whatever reason, I felt like I wasn't doing anything valuable. I felt like I wasn't helping people, and when I felt like that, I left. So while yes, money is important, I've got bills to pay like everybody else. When it comes to jobs, it's not my driving factor. What I really want to do is help people. So when somebody comes to me and asks me what they think is a simple question, and I know is not a simple question, I give them the best answer I can and I say, come and work with me in the High Pre-Drive Club. And that's what I would say to you as well. If you've got a thing with your dog that makes your life really miserable and you would like to fix it, if it's linked to pre-drive, come and work with me in the High Pre-Drive Club. And that's how I can help you. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.